Sandra Cantu was an 8-year-old little girl who disappeared from Tracy, California in 2009. Her body was discovered 10 days later inside a suitcase in a local irrigation pond. At the time of Sandra's disappearance, she lived at the Orchard Estates mobile home park in Tracy, California with her mother, grandparents, and 3 older siblings. On Friday, March 27, 2009, Sandra played at a friend's house after school until about 4 p.m. She went home and then later left again, saying she was going to another friend's house. She did not, however, return home at the agreed upon time, missed dinner, and was reported missing to the local police at 7:53 p.m. Police collected footage recorded by a surveillance camera near the family home, and in the footage, Sandra is seen crossing the street in front of her home before moving out of frame. Police searched the entire complex, had no results, and the FBI even became involved in the search. Over the course of the weekend that she was missing, police dogs, equestrian teams, all-terrain vehicles, and a helicopter were brought in to search for Sandra. On April 6, 2009, a suitcase containing Sandra's body was found during a routine draining of an irrigation pond. If the owners of this pond had not decided to do this draining 10 days after Sandra went missing, who knows how long it would have been before she was found. An autopsy showed that Sandra had been beaten and sexually abused with a foreign object before being smothered, while toxicology results showed that she had ingested Xanax shortly before her death. On April 10, 2009, police arrested a local woman, 28-year-old Melissa Huckabee, who lived in the same mobile home complex as Sandra. They charged her with kidnapping, rape, and the murder of Sandra. On the day that Sandra disappeared, Melissa Huckabee sent a text to Sandra's mother that said, quote, "Tell the police that I had something stolen today around 4 p.m. I don't know if that makes a difference or not," unquote. Next day, during a vigil for Sandra, Melissa Huckabee approached police and FBI agents to report that she had found a note on the ground. They noted that she was very agitated, crying, and hyperventilating. The note read, quote, "Cantu locked in stolen, STOLIN, suitcase, thrown in water on Besheti Road and Whitehall Road. Witness," end quote. A witness could also place Melissa at this irrigation pond on March 27, 2009. At Melissa's church that she attended on the day that Sandra was missing and murdered, police were able to find a rolling pin from the kitchen, which reportedly had a bloody smudge on it, as well as a bent handle, and the rolling pin tested positive for Sandra's DNA. Melissa pled guilty to the kidnapping and murder of Sandra and was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole in 2010. If you want to hear the full details on this case, we have done an episode on our podcast on this case.